The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kwakadash. Give double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone that teaches truth. I want to do a lesson today, basically talking about Esau Edom. Kind of inspired me to do this lesson. I was watching the brothers from Remnant 144, GMS Remnant 144. I think they're out of Dallas, Texas. They were out doing their lesson, and the brother made a good point. A lot of these Edomites, they're suffering right now. And if it wasn't for the fact that they're suffering, they wouldn't be crying out. They'd be glad to have it like it was back in the 1920s or 1930s, when they was in their heyday, and when they were all doing pretty good. And, when we were catching hell, we were suffering. But now that we all suffering as a whole, as a collective, and don't get me wrong, they still have their perks above us that they do have, in a lot of these jobs and stuff. But these curses are falling on them. And the ones that have really initiated putting the pressure on us is putting the pressure on them, and that's their own kind. These elites, man, these elites are making them suffer. Their own people, the Amalek. You talk about Amalek, we're talking about them small hatters, man. So now that they down here suffering as we are, they're having to pay these high bills, deal with inflation and all these other things. And now they catching the hell. Now they crying out. But that's part of the curses, what the Lord was talking about. Now they kind of pretty much lost that pride that they once had, very, very powerful and boastful, and, thinking that their rulership is going to continue forever, their dominance. But the Lord is bringing that, he's using these devils to put pressure on each other. And it's beautiful, man, how the Lord worked. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and whoever thou set the nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So right now, the Lord has gotten them going. They're on that downward spiral, man. They're like when you flush that toilet, man, and it starts going around in a circle and starting to sink. That's what's happening here in Babylon the Great. And the Lord is using these upper level devils to do it. He's making them collapse their own kingdom, man, out of greed. And one thing about these devils, no matter how prideful they are, they still see themselves above you Jakes, man, you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But right now they catching hell just like you Jakes are, man. But one thing about us, we've been had the chokehold and the pressure on us, so this nothing new to us. But as the society goes down, a lot of you Jakes gonna catch it, because you become so dependent upon this devil. When this place finally do crash, man, a lot of Jakes gonna suffer right along with these heathen, and they're gonna be destroyed along with these heathen if they don't repent before it's too late and come out of their wickedness and start following these laws, statutes, commandments, and call on the name of the Lord. For the Lord is going to create a time that we're going to have to reach out, and everybody's going to cry out, man. And those Jakes that refuse to listen, man, they're not going to know the name of the Lord. They're not going to know which way to turn. And I was, as I was driving here, you can see a lot of that pride going. I remember when I first moved down here, man, these Jakes had this these Edomites had this real proud spirit, especially during the time of, like when Trump was running for office. They used to flatter these American flags on the back of their trucks, and even those Confederate flags. You know, they're flying on the back of their trucks. You know, they're proud about their nation, and you know, just had a proud spirit on them. You know, they had these big trucks jacked up, and you know, flag. And I just saw a car in front of me. It was kind of reminded me, and she had a little small flag in the corner of her thing, and she said, "Not on my watch, not on my flag." You know, something of that sort. You know, but you can see the pride that's kind of going out of these people, man, because these same ones that thought that the Republican Party had their back, the same ones are selling them out. You know, and they starting to see that now. A lot of them. Now they see that this whole thing is really not for them either. It's only for the elect, the elites. And the elites has used these lower level Edomites, put them over top of us, thinking that they were better. And now that they see that they're in the same shithole that we in, and they're catching the same hell that we've been catching, now, you know, they lost that pride. They don't know which way to turn to it. And that little shit that happened on January 6th, you know, that was something that was probably orchestrated, but it just sucked all the life out of these Edomites, man. Because really, a lot of them really don't know which way to turn. They know that the government has pretty much turned on them, you know, by bringing these, bringing all these, well, I guess you could say immigrants, or undocumented people through the border, and it's just creating all type of chaos and division. And they see that it's not just the Republican Party, but it's the Democrat. It's not just the Democrat Party, but it's the Republican Party as well. And then all the money they're sending overseas, and you know, they have money for everything else, but taking care of its people. And now they seeing now that they getting treated like the stepchild. You know, these Edomites, man, they don't know which way to turn, man. Obadiah chapter 1 was only one chapter, verse 8. Shall not in that day, said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, the understanding out of the mount of Esau. So the Lord has taken all the wise counsel away from Esau, Edom. And that's why you see what they have now using, running for the presidency, two of the worst dudes that you can come up with, man. You know, you have for the Democrat Party, Joe Biden, man. This guy's really out of his mind. You know, he's well beyond his years. You know, a lot of his faculties has faded. And then you got Donald Trump, you know, on the other end of the spectrum, and this is all you have to choose from. You know, he's definitely out of his mind, man. This guy has no wisdom. All he is, you know, he has a little bit of business sense, but as far as, you know, running the country, this man has no wisdom for that. And this is all these doubles have to choose as far as putting in, you know, for running for the country. So the Lord has took all the wisdom out of Edom, man. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? So there's no wise counsel, man. You go to the people that's running the country, that's Congress and all them, they all pretty much destroyed, man. There's no wisdom there that's running the country. And that's why they're running into the ground, you know. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So the hell that this man was putting us through, now he's starting to catch the same hell that we were going through. Verse 15, still in Obadiah. For the day of the Lord, Yahweh, is near upon the heathen, upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. And so right now, he's catching the hell. And this is just the beginning of it. He's catching the hell that we was going through. You know, these curses haven't truly fallen on him, you know. And pretty soon, the Lord is going to allow these elites to drop the bottom from out upon all these devils, man, here in Babylon the Great, man. And they're going to catch hell. Verse 16, for ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. He's talking about drinking down these curses, man. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So when the Lord is done and finished with them, man, it's going to be like they never ruled in the first place. They're going to be in such a low state, man. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession. They shall possess their possessions. And who's going to be our possessions? It's going to be these heathens, man, mainly Esau, Edom. That means he's going to go in captivity, and he's going to be our possession. He's going to work. He's going to work for us. You know, he's refused to give us reparations, but the Lord is going to give us recompense instead. That means he's going to put them up under us, and we're going to have them as our slaves. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. That's the two nations, man. That's the two kingdoms. Well, that's the northern and the southern kingdom. You know, we're going to come together. And the house of Esau a stubble. And they shall kindle them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has spoken it. So they're going to serve out their captivity, man, for 1,000 years. A hard captivity, man, building up our kingdom, you know, doing all the hard work and shit that we had to do for him. Now he's going to do it for us. And after 1,000 years is up, man, they're going to be done away with. There's not going to be any more mention of Esau, Edom, man. The Lord is going to do them away. Just like in the movie Avengers, we know when Thanos snapped his finger, they're going to be done away with. They're going to be gone forever. The Lord is going to wipe them off the face of the earth after they finish their hard bondage. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You know, he has lost his luster, man, his appeal, because he's been exposed all over the internet. You know, a lot of these sites, you know, information we pull up on all the atrocities and things he's done for so long. And now these things are starting to come back on them. The Lord has switched these curses and put it on these devils, man, and they're being exposed for who they are. And, you know, especially with the Russian icons, you know, which has already been out, but now it's all over the airways, and this man had lost that pride, you know, thinking that he was superior, that he was the Lord's chosen people. Now he see that the people he's been oppressing are the ones that's over him, that's going to be over him. You know, he's been oppressing the Lord's people. And a lot of them, you know, it just sucked all a little bit of pride that they did at one time had in them. So all that they've been doing has been nothing but a lie, man. All the inventions and stuff that they stole from our people, and you know, they took the credit for it. You know, they took the profit for it. All these things are being exposed on these devils, man. So with that being said, man, all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. With that, say shalom.